Here we go. What is going on, guys? I'm SceptileMC George, the coach of your San Francisco Arcaniners. Don't ask me why the hell I did that. I have no clue whatsoever. But this week, I'm bringing you my Season 6, Week 6 team builder against the Borussia Donphans, coached by Lars or else Scissor. Before I get into the video, I just want to quickly mention something. This battle was recorded prior to me going on vacation, so his team has actually had a couple transactions, as you guys know of. Raichu and the Hitmonlee were in place of the Skuntank and the Electabuzz, but at the time of this match, he had the Electabuzz and the Skuntank still, so I did not have to prep for the likes of Hitmonlee and Raichu. Just going to put that out there real quick so you guys don't think, well, you have nothing for the Hitmonlee, or the Raichu just completely destroys your team. I didn't have to prep for the two at the time, so that was that. Now, let me get into his team. So, he has the Lander aside, the Scizor, Vaporeon, the Shaman, the Skuntank, Aromatisse, Mesprit, Druddigun, Crawdon, Electabuzz, and Mega Alakazam. Mega Alakazam is one of the two Megas that can outspeed my Mega Beedrill. So, he also has priority on Crawdon, the Druddigun, and the Scizor. So immediately I'm thinking, Mega Beedrill, you're not coming again. You're not good. You're not coming. I'm going to say that right now. The thing with Mega Beedrill is that it's not good. It's a very good Pokemon, and it can do a lot of work. But even with my capabilities of trapping Steel types with Magneton, bringing Mega Beedrill most weeks I feel is a problem for my team. And it ends up hindering me more than helping me, because it's a glass cannon, and it's very easy to prep with a Choice Scarf for it. So I'm expecting him to bring a Choice Scarf alongside his Mega Alakazam to make sure he can handle my Mega Beedrill at all times, as well as priority on almost every single mon he brings. So overall, Mega Beedrill's not going to be coming this week. And I was looking at his team, and I was wondering, wow, this might be the week I can bring my Simisage. And it turns out that this is the week I bring my Simisage. Now, with the spread I have right here, I have the Life Orb, I have the Leaf Storm, the HP Fire, the Sub, and the Gunk Shot with 12 EVs into my HP stat. And no, hold on. It was not 12 EVs there. Oh, it was. Never mind, it was 12 EVs there. Actually, no. Why am I doing this right now? It's not 8. There we go. So, it is in fact 12, so I have a perfect number to set up substitutes. And his team does not handle my Simisage well. I don't think he'll expect me to bring it, so I don't expect his Landorus Eye to run max speed, but just in case, I do have a lot of speed on my Simisage. In fact, because of HP Fire, I do not outspeed Landorus Eye if it's max speed Timid, but I don't feel like he'll bring max speed Timid, so I just ran as much speed as possible. This also allows me to outspeed the Shaman, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, I can outspeed the Shaman or speed tie with it, so I'm fine with that. I have the Leaf Storm, which is the Landorus, the Vaporeon, the Aromatisse, well, not Aromatisse really, the Mesprit, the Crawdon, the Mega Alakazam, and Electabuzz. I hit that for a ton of damage. Nothing really wants to take a Leaf Storm on his team except for the Scizor and the Shaman, and I guess Aromatisse and the Skuntank, but I don't think he'll bring the Skuntank versus me. He might, but I don't think he will. Got the HP Fire for the Scizor, and then I have the Gunk Shot to hit the Aromatisse and the Shaman. So you guys have been asking in the comment section, why aren't you bringing Simisage? This is the week I'm bringing Simisage, guys. And then, yeah, so I'm really hoping I get behind a sub and then just start blasting things early game, late game, or mid game. Really, anytime I predict him to switch or anything like that, Leaf Storm should be an Oko on the Landorus side. I'm not positive about that. I think it's like it should do like 85 to 95%. But that's enough damage to where it'll be crippled completely. So, yep, that is that said. I'm finally bringing Simisage, guys. And yep, I have Overgrow over Gluttony because I don't need Gluttony because I don't have a berry. Next up, I'm running Choice Banded Infernape because nothing on this man's team wants to take on a Choice Banded Infernape. He has Aromatisse and the Vaporeon. Those are his two main walls, and the Mesprit as well. If he doesn't bring the Vaporeon, which I'm pretty sure he will, except if he doesn't, no switches for the Flare Blitz. If he brings the Druddigon, Close combat does a lot to his team except to the Aromateas and the Mesper. Just overall, this Pokemon's going to put in a lot of damage against his team. Got enough speed to outspeed a... what is it called? I'm thinking. I have enough speed to outspeed Electabuzz if it is timid max speed. I don't think he'll even bring Electabuzz, but if he does, I can outspeed it. I have the Mach Punch because I can revenge kill things like the Landorus if it's weak enough. Can out-prioritize the Scissors BP if I'm weakened. I can get a revenge kill on the likes of Crawdon as well, so he can't Aqua Jet me. If the Electabuzz is Choice Scarf, I can outspeed it. If the Mega Alakazam is weakened, I go for a Mach Punch against that thing too. Of course, I have the U-turn as well, because if he does have the likes of Vaporeon and the Druddigon, I'm not going to want to go for Flare Blitz and close combat so freely, and U-turning out will just allow me to bring in my Simisage on the Vaporeon or my Nidoqueen, etc., just so I can start to blast things away. So that is that set. Pretty self-explanatory right here. I'm bringing Bandit Infernape 2 weeks in a row because Bandit Infernape is just unstoppable. Next up, I have this. The beautiful set. Look at this set, guys. Look at it. Enjoy it. Love it. And just understand why I'm bringing it. Don't kill me for bringing this set yet. I need you guys to hear my explanation. So I have the Kustat Berry. I also have the Stealth Rocks, the Spikes, the Explosion, and the HP Fire. So the point of this set is his only way of removing hazards is the Skuntank and the Scizor. I don't think he'll bring the Skuntank. He might, but I do not think he will. And the Scizor, if it has to run the Defog, that means it's crippled, because an offensive Pokemon running Defog is just not a good idea, in my opinion. Takes away momentum from the battle and allows me to go for something that can possibly take out the Scizor, which leads me to the fourth move. You see it right there. You also see my EVs are really weird. HP Fire. Now, HP Fire allows me to hit the Scizor. And you guys might be thinking, George, that's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. What the hell is wrong with you? Well, if it does work, then I can say I HP Fire to Scizor using my Fortress. And if it doesn't work, then I go for Kustat Berry Explosion anyway. So I either explode on something else, or I go for HP Fire on the Scizor after I get up my hazards, because there's a very good possibility that after I set up my hazards, if Scizor is his only defogger, that he will go directly into Scizor, try to get off a defog immediately, because hazards really hurts his team, especially if I go for Layers of Spikes, and my Rocks. So that's what that is for. Max Special Attack allows me to do more damage. I'm not going to KO the Scizor. I'm not expecting to KO the Scizor. I'm not even expecting to be able to hit HP Fire on the Scizor. I am more expecting to go for an Explosion. But if the opportunity arises, I can do about 70% to 85% using HP Fire against this thing. So that is the heat set of the day from SceptileMC or George. So that is the heat set right there. Now next up right here, I got my Lil Red, the Latios, using a speedy set. This set allows me to outspeed Landorus. I'm not too worried about outspeeding the Electabuzz, which is why I don't have enough speed to outspeed Electabuzz. If he brings it, I think it'll be Choice Scarf if he does bring it. And if he does bring it, I don't think, if it's not Choice Scarf, it would have enough speed to outspeed my Latias set. So I got the Draco Meteor, the Reflect type, the Recover, and the Toxic. So the set is weird. I understand it's weird. You're running an offensive spread, George, but you don't have, and what? Jesus Christ, what am I doing? Why is this not 252? Okay, that's the set. I don't know why I'm losing EVs randomly. Come on, Showdown. What is wrong with you? So the Draco Meteor, I nuke every single Pokemon on this guy's team. If he has Aromateas, I go for Toxic on the Aromatese switch. Don't think he'll bring Aromateas, but if he does, that's what I'll do versus that. I have the Reflect type, so I can turn into the Scizor, and potentially, if I turn into the Scizor, his team doesn't have an answer for me then, because he would, 9 times out of 10, he's either going to Pursuit Trap me, or go for a U-turn. So what I can do is a Reflect type turn into a Bug and Steel type, as he has to switch out then. And looking at his team, he doesn't even have a Fire type on his team. So being a bug and steel type for me is actually pretty good, and overall that could allow me to recover up. I could drop a Draco on something, and even though the Scizor resists my Draco meter, it's not going to appreciate, especially if it doesn't have the roost. If it doesn't have reliable recovery, I just keep going for Dracos. I'll break it down eventually, and then I can keep going for Dracos against things. That's what this set does. I have the Toxic. Also, it'll hit the Vaporeon. If he doesn't have the Heal Bell, I don't think he'll bring the Heal Bell. But if he does, it's weird in my opinion. Other than that, you just kind of drop Dracos. You go for Reflect type on the Scizor, and you Toxic the Vaporeon and the Aromatisse. So that is that set, guys. Next up, we're going Captain with the Shuka Berry. I brought a Choice Scarf and Nidoqueen in my first match against Lars, and this time I'm bringing a physically offensive Nidoqueen with the Shuka Berry to take on the Landorus Eye. With this set, I can live in an Earth Power from full. I can take an Earth Power, I think, from like, I want to say 70% of my health, about. Maybe 60% if I'm lucky. But with this set, I have the Poison Jab for the Aromatisse, the Mesprit. Basically, I decided on this set because I just wanted max attack for Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch is the big thing in this match for me. It out-prioritizes the Crawdon and can take it down from a decent amount of health. I can kill the Mega Alakazam. I can kill the Mesprit. I can do a lot to Shaman. Can do a lot to Scizor. I can out-prioritize the Scizor and take it out from full. Well, not from, hold on, George. Not from full. Jesus Christ. Take it out from a decent amount of health, and the Landorus Eye as well. I don't have to run a special set because I have the exact same coverage I would have on the special set that I do on the physical set. This just allows me to run an Adamant Nature instead of me having to forego one of my defenses in case the Landorus Eye is like Earthquake or the Earth Power set. I don't know if it'll be physical or special. Probably special, but if it is a physical set, I don't want to have a Hasty Nature. Also, I don't want to have to take a BP from a Scizor if I'm hasty, or what's the nature? Mild? No, it's my special defense. Whatever the nature is, I can actually find out right here. I don't think it matters too much, but lax nature? No. This is going to bother me all this entire time now. Rash. Oh, it is mild nature. I was right. Okay. I didn't want to have to run a minus defense nature, so I decided I would go fully physically offensive because that does exactly the same job that the special nature would. Any attack I go for, whether it's the Fire Punch or the Ice Punch, is probably going to KO the mon I have to anyway. And with the Shuka Berry, I can take an Earth Power off a Shaman, take an Earthquake, and just all that fun stuff. So overall, this Pokemon is going to be very important offensively in this match. I have enough speed to outspeed... Well, I have enough speed to outspeed a Crawdon plus some. So I have a lot of extra speed in there, I believe. And the extra speed, just in case he wants to creep up anything else, like the Mesprit. If he wants to creep the Mesprit up just past the Crawdon so he can outspeed my Nidoqueen, I can then outspeed that thing. So just a tiny bit extra speed there just for that reason. Then just put everything else in bulk, because bulk is bulk, and it's always nice to have. So that is this set. Hopefully it does a lot of work. And yeah, so the last Pokemon here is my specially defensive Rindoberry Mirror Coating Anaconda. Hell fucking yeah, let's go. So I have the Scald, the HP Bug, the Recover, and the Mirror Coat. So the Rindoberry is for the Shaman. I don't have an answer to Shaman on this team, really. I can switch into my Latias against it, but then he goes for Dazzling Gleam against me if he predicts the switch. So this is the safest thing I have. Also, he can try to bring this in against me as I go for a Mirror Coat, take the Rindoberry, won't take a lot of damage from it, and KO him back. So it's pretty situational, but I do think he'll bring the Shaman. It does a lot of damage to my team, especially if it's a Life Orb offensive spread. So that is why I have that. And then I have the HP Bug so that I can hit the Crawdon, can hit the Mesprit, I can hit the Shaman. I basically hit all those for super effective damage, and also the Mega Alakazam. So I hit all of those for super effective damage. Then I have the Scald, of course, just because I have Scald for Scald. You always run Scald on my log. There's no reason not to. And yeah, guys. So that is my team. It's basically going to be a pretty offensive game, in my opinion. I'm just gonna layer up my hazards and then start bashing things around it. If it gets to a point, I have my Anaconda for bulk purposes, I guess you could say. It's just meant to take hits if it has to. If it doesn't have to, that's great. That means everything. That means my offensive plans went well. That's what that means. If my melodic does not get used at all in the match, that means everything went according to plan. If it doesn't go according to plan, then I'm going to need my melodic to take hits and to kind of back things up. I have 12 investment in speed, unless he's, just in case he tries to creep me with the Crawdaunt. If he tries to creep my melodic at the min speed by 1, then I just go for HP bug, etc, 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 etc. So guys, that is going to be it for the team builder for today. So if you did in fact enjoy, I'd really appreciate if you comment, like, rate, or subscribe. Leave a like for the Arcaniners Nation and support us in our battle against the Borussia Donphans. We are 4-1 right now. Let's make the push for 5-1, guys. Again, guys, I'm SceptileMC or George, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.